Alright, today we're just gonna sit and watch. We'll have a little tea with the deer and the cat. She's out in the field. Been working on this song for a while. I wrote this quote some years ago on my wall about seeking justice. That it's not needed nor intended, rather to take what you've learned and turn it into endless abundance. Because what is justice? Are we justified in anger, justified in resentment and hate and fear and lack and struggle? Or can we flip the switch like Dr. Wayne Dyer said and look at it differently? I've had numerous experiences in the last couple of weeks again that have just helped me see things from a different point of view. You know, my life purpose here is to share what I've learned, whether it's through speaking like this or painting or music or putting it all together as I've been doing. But one thing I've reminded about is, you know, you can lead somebody to the water, but you can't make them drink it. And sometimes you need to walk away from situations that might tug at your heartstrings. But you also have to understand that everyone has their own divine journey on this earth right now as a human being. Whether we're friends, family, foe, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, whatever. Nature reminds me of this because they do what they need to do to procreate and move on. And even in my own little cat family here, they don't love each other like they did when they were little kittens. They can't stand each other a lot of the times. But that doesn't change my relationship with them. But it helps me understand the dynamics of purpose and not forcing yourself to be somewhere, I guess is what I'm saying, where you feel uncomfortable. And the cats are getting into it. They say their words and they go elsewhere. And every time I try to intervene and tell them it's okay, I'm adding to that interaction. So I'm learning here again as I speak. And here's the deer out there. If you can see them. They're all the way up by the tree line. A couple mamas and a couple babies from last year. Somewhere out there is one of my cats. So, and again, these little yearlings here, they're coming up on a year old, and these other mamas, their mamas are probably going to have babies again, and they're watching me. Hi, babies. I'm anxious to see I'm not anxious, I'm excited to see what happens with the herd. I think the yearlings will probably get pushed out once there's a fawn around. But that's nature. You know, we can't intervene with that. And this is, right now, what I'm trying to explain is nature's showing us that everybody's got their own thing going on. There's the cat. There she is. Hey, heads up, the deer out there. Sometimes the deer chase the cat. It's kind of funny. It's very funny. So, you know, we have people we know, we care about, we love, that have things going on, or we have things going on that, yeah, other people can be there, but here's the thing. It's not our battle. It's not our war. It's not our journey. It's not our business. We don't know what other people see. We don't know what they hear. We don't know what they feel. There's no way to know. So I'm finding a balance in having friendships and relationships with where I'm at spiritually, because I need to keep ascending. I need to keep raising my vibration and doing what I'm doing and doing this, because this brings me peace and happiness. This brings me joy. This fills my heart, because I am just sitting here being me, with everything that I need, nothing more, nothing less. So, getting back to seeking justice. I was involved in an industrial accident back when I was a plumber years ago. And it was on the job, so it was turned over to work comp, and this whole thing that was brewing up. I ended up having a breakdown. I got hit in the head. I got a TBI. But that having that battle looming over me, this court battle, and people following me, and all this craziness, and doctors, lawyers. I ended up in the hospital with like a breakdown, with symptoms similar to one that would be detoxing off alcohol or pills, because I was fortunate enough to experience that as well 10 years ago. Hi, Diesel. But anyways, seeking justice. I thought it was the thing to do. But deep inside, what it was doing was I had to dim my light. I had to not smile. I had to not be happy, even though I couldn't do what I used to do. But if I was showing happiness or shining my light, I was wrong. And that's when I had the meltdown. But my point is, seeking justice was the answer. The answer was allowing what had happened, what had occurred, to teach me, to show me. And what it did was it gave me this rocket ship to this awakening that I've been going on now, hardcore, coming up on 10 years. Maybe 9, somewhere in there. Doesn't really matter. A good chunk of this life in time, if that's your thing, but that's a whole nother. The point is, that contrast, that traumatic event, all of it shook me to my core, deeper than I was in addiction, much deeper. But I stuck with music, and I really started writing, and what I did was I wrote a whole new life, and I wrote all the things that plagued me my whole life out of me, and it kick-started this like dam breaking within me to go within and show me that this life is created from the inside out, and it's how we see ourselves and how we interact with other people, and just understand. And again, I'm reminded daily, all day. What's up, Deez? Come here. That's Diesel. What's up? Hi. Want to say hi? No? So anyways, I could say choose your battles wisely, but I don't even like the word battle. I think if something angers you, it triggers you, it's slow down a second. All right, why? Why is this getting me? That's it. I've been ignoring myself, or I've been putting too much energy over here, too much energy over there, and now I'm frustrated because I'm not working on what I need to work on, which is this. And it's no blame, it's no shame, and there's nothing wrong. It's just understanding, okay, this is why I'm feeling like this. This is why I'm getting triggered, because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which today I know. And today I know to trust in what I'm doing, that it'll take care of the things that I need in my life. And as I said, I have everything I need. The biggest thing that I have that I need is me. I'm proud of this journey. I'm super grateful for what it's taught me. And the more I can just allow myself to just sit here and be me, the better I feel. The more love I have for myself, the more love I have for the world. And I still have these moments, these days, these periods of whatever, that I need to learn something, and I think it's outside me, and it's not. but it also creates an awareness that, where am I putting myself? I'm allowing myself to be very sensitive to feel of energy these days, and I'm learning to trust what I feel, because we are these radiating light beings, balls of energy that we are emitting, just like a Wi-Fi signal, just like the cat, these plants down here. You know, everything's emitting some kind of vibration and frequency. So, yeah, we're here to unravel it. We're here to unwind it. We're here to allow ourselves to enjoy it and to create it. And it gets muddy. It gets sticky, gooey. But that's the human aspect of it, and that's the beauty of these emotions, you know, and allowing ourselves to have these emotions, but not dwell in them, not be victims of them, and be stuck in it. Allow it to come up. See what it's teaching you. It's teaching you something. You know, journaling. I should journal more. I started again last night, and it kind of kicked off my little bleed out. I had a dam building up, and now that I'm able to talk with you and speak from the ether, I feel much better. And I want to thank y'all for being here, and you know, I think this stuff is important. I know it's important. And, you know, give ourselves grace. Things are going to happen that are going to trigger us.